What's going on, everyone? It's Hero here, and today I wanted to try something a little bit different. We are going to be doing a live commentary over a skirmish match using a particular weapon. This is going to be kind of a new series that I'm going to be trying, and to kick things off, I wanted to start with one of my favorite weapons in the Taken King, the Grasp of Malok. Now, in the current Crucible meta, this is a very, very powerful primary weapon. My particular role has the red dot OES, counterbalance, braced frame, and a garbage tier perk in Guerrilla Fighter. A lot of people will say that you don't need counterbalance on the Grasp. Now, in my personal opinion, emphasis on personal, I disagree. I have used Grasps with and without counterbalance, and I have found, again, in my experience, that it is significantly easier to hit consistent headshots with counterbalance. But that's just my personal 2 cents. Forgot to mention I will be using my typical Voidwalker setup here. This is it, if anyone is curious. This is the same setup that I use for trials typically. Nothing too special about it, running the Nothing Manacles. And that is another thing. Let me know what you guys think of this idea, and particularly the setup that I'm running, as in game mode and stuff. I'd be willing to do elimination if you guys want to see that. I don't want to do trials, though, because I can't really communicate with teammates while I'm doing this. Also, if you guys want me to kind of follow sweaty rules and not run an exotic piece of armor, I would be willing to do that as well. So we found 2 people. Grimoire is fairly high. Sunbreaker TLW Sniper. Striker Mida Sniper. Fairly typical loadouts. And there we go. Full fire team on the opposite team. 2 experienced guys, and I guess maybe a newer guy, or someone who doesn't play a lot of PvE or something. Take a look. Blade Dancer, First Curse, Party Crasher. Striker, Hawksaw Shoddy. And Sunbreaker, Shadow Price. Repping that Year 1 OG auto. Conspiracy Theory phrase back. So these guys are going to be close quarters. I will probably be attempting to counter their Blade Dance with my Nova Bomb. We'll see how that goes. So, the Grasp, like I said, very competitive primary in the current meta. I feel that this gun can cover close, medium, long range. Very good time to kill if you can hit your headshots. We're going in on Twilight Gap. Lots of long-range engagements, some close as well. I don't believe any of them running a sniper. That might change, though, so we might have the advantage here.
Alpha team.
So since I can't talk to my teammates and I don't know their playstyles, I'm going to be a little bit more conservative and go for team shots, kind of stick with them as opposed to lone wolfing it or having a real, concrete strategy right now. Going to push these crates here, go for a head glitch. Someone firing off First Curse. Might be below. No. Yeah, he is. Get out of here. Definitely going to be using the First Curse in a future episode. Another favorite of mine. Guys, no idea I'm here. Good shotgun gameplay, though. Shotgun melee. He gets a nice nade kill. So with the Grasp, I'm really going to want to try to play at range and use long sight lines to my advantage. Obviously not going to want to be challenging at close, like shotgun range per se, but if I have to, I'll need to. Backpedaling there. Would have been easier with Last Word, but this is the Grasp episode. Got this guy cornered. Nice team shots there. Just jumped right into that. That's never a good idea. Very vulnerable state. Especially outnumbered. May have switched spawns. Yes, they did. See, with counterbalance, I feel like it makes it just so much easier for me to hit headshots like that. He did manage to get away, though, but point remains. It looks like he might be challenging below me. That's a good shotgun right there. Ah. That's a situation where it is a little tough, you know, a last word or a hand cannon would have been a lot better. Shoddy as well. By 3 kills, though. Try to support my teammates here. I want to keep these guys at range, especially that guy right there, the Blade Dancer. I'll take his first curse, 1v1 any day. Yeah, he knows. Yep, that's a 2v1. Definitely not in my advantage. Just need to dip out and try to get some health back. No sense challenging when it's a lost battle. I'm going to try to regroup with my teammates here. And if I knew something about the opposition, I might go for that challenge, but just, you know, challenging 2v1, I don't think that's ever a good idea. I don't know if that's a... No, it's not. A lot of communication issues here. Man, it just shreds people. That's like... The most important thing on the Grasp is a stability perk and that second column, but I think having counterbalance, you know, I think it's the best perk in its slot. You can make an argument maybe for Headseeker, but I don't even think that increases or decreases the time to kill on the gun, even when paired with glass half full. It just, you know, counterbalance will just always be a reliable choice. Now, I'm not going to use my super here, because I really want to try to counter that Blade Dancer. That was a good push by them. Ah, he used it. Okay. So scratch that, definitely going to use a Nova Bomb offensively here. Choke the super. Like I said, with the Grasp, you know, I think it can cover pretty much everything except shotgun range. You will be competitive against good, you know, primaries as well. Other meta stuff, Hawksaw, name it. Mida has the advantage on you at range, though, I think. Like right there, that's counterbalance for sure. Without counterbalance, that would have been, I think, a lot harder to win that engagement, even with decent stability roll. I need to use my Nova here. Take it right here. 1 kill, that's fine. We'll gotta try to wave heavy, although I'm not expecting them to apply, given that it is a public match. He may try to challenge over here. We're actually, this is not good. Yeah, they got it. Should have retreated, gotten heavy with our teammate, but I didn't want to leave my other teammate totally alone there. Now, I said I would try avoid using my secondary, but I would like to get rid of their heavy if possible. Really try to focus on the Grasp, though, since it is the feature of this episode. This is a tough spot. That Warlock melee, though. Oh, I couldn't get away. That's a tough spot for the Grasp, I think. Shotguns, you know, obviously have a huge advantage there, and that's just a little too close for the Grasp, in my opinion. I think at mid-range is, well, it's happened to the best of us. As I was saying, I think the Grasp is really at range, and again, just you backpedal like that right there if they're rushing you and you don't want to be in that range. I mean, it's not going to be as effective as, you know, backpedaling with like the last word or something, But you don't want to hold your ground unless you have to. Just create distance. No need to give that shotgunner more room than he... Yeah, it's a good pick by our teammate there with Maida. That's a Hammer Titan. Good counter. That was great. Great counter gameplay there. Kalim. Excellent use of super. And Striker is one of the best counter supers in the game. You can use it for, I mean, obviously, you'll see it used other manners, but in my opinion, great counter super. Better than Nova. I think Nova is easy to miss. Now, they're kind of all in that room there, and they all have shotguns. I don't really want to go in there and challenge. Just kind of try to support my teammates a little bit here. Like that right there.
5 minutes remaining.
Best use for the grasp, I think. Especially with a good roll. Ah, he got me. Should have been more aware. Definitely be using Hawksaw as well in a future episode. I think that's another, super meta primary right now. Oh my god. I believe Hawksaw has a slightly faster time to kill than Grasp, but realistically that was just him hitting shots at me, not right there. Ooh, nade. Bunching up, another thing that you want to avoid, if you can, at all costs. They couldn't do anything. They were stuck back there. Now I'm going to assume that this guy's camping over there with a shotgun, either below or inside that crate. Yeah, he is. Got tunnel vision. We still have a pretty sizable lead on these guys, though. I am going to continue to save my Nova for his Blade Dance. Try to go for the counterplay this time. We may not need it. If he jumps up there, that's perfect range for the Grasp. Just a few shots, though. He is one shot. Waiting for my nade to go back, try to hit him. Okay, he's going to challenge me. Said I would hold my super, but saw an opportunity to get a kill there. I don't think we'll need it, though. Got a sizable lead on these guys. Try to regroup with my teammates if I can. And we're just a revive away. Try to snipe this Blade Dancer.
Targets eliminated. Congratulations.
And there we have it.
Nice work.
Good map for the Grasp, I think. A lot of medium long range engagements. Definitely play to the gun's strength as opposed to a smaller map like Thieves' Den or something. I think the Grasp can be effective on really any map. It's such a strong primary. Not too bad. So really, I'd really like to give you guys input on what you think of this series. Do you want me to just upload? Like I said, this was the first match that I played after a warm-up, that is. First match that I started recording commentary. I feel like I played okay, but, do you guys want to see matches where I do really well, where I do really poorly? Do you have any particular weapons that you would like to see? Just please leave your feedback. I'm really... This is a series that I kind of would like to, make fairly permanent on the channel, but if you guys aren't digging it, then... we'll think of something else. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day. Bye.